Because to me, Tucker Carlson is doing a great job. And we need Tucker Carlson to stay there. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Conservatives slams Phil Liz Cheney after she endorsed Demon Democrat. Stop calling her a Republican. Oh yes, like I said, she's a sellout. She was put there to scramble the eggs, and she looked like a dummy, just like her daddy. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Dick? Excuse me, may I call him Dick? Dick, yeah, that shot that man when he didn't agree with the so-called shit that was going on when Bush Jr., the donkey, was up, the dummy was up there trying to ramp up the Afghan-Iraq war and different wars that we've seen that brought down many leaders such as Saddam Hussein and many other leaders, Arab leaders, were brought down due to the fact of this schematical move to upset even Anwar Gaddafi was removed. And I don't understand how he became the leader of the African Union. I really don't. But even he was removed under this whole shake-up and change up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand why they call Liz Cheney a Republican. I really don't. She's a demon Democrat. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? She's just another crook in the old books. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it, but we see here Demon Ellis Slockin of Michigan. Cheney, a vocal critic of the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, Chubby Bear, baby, announced the endorsement in a press release Thursday, claiming she is proud to support Slockins. Slockins. You know what I'm saying? The press released an announcement that Cheney will attend an evening of Patriot. What the fuck? Hold up. Liz Cheney talking about patriotism? What kind? Secret society kind? Luciferian Baphomet kind? Satanic kind? Which one she talking about? You know what I'm saying? Talking about patriotism. They always, demon Democrats love to use that fucking word to make you feel that you want to run up gun a hill and save America and then get your head blown off doing it. You know what I'm saying? While they're sitting up there laughing and they could do a memorial on you, that good speech, and that everything goes away, they still got your head blown off up there. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about, she's having an evening of what? Patriotism and bipartisanship. You see what I'm talking about? Partisan event in Michigan next week to campaign with a demon Democrat lawmaker. In making her endorsement, Cheney said Slockman or whatever her name, Slockin, in in making her, she said Slockman is an honorable public servant who wants the best for the country. Yeah, like you're sorry behind. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna say it again. Hello, Lizzie. Like you're sorry behind. You really want the best for our country. Many you and many politicians too, right? Okay. We're moving on from that. So I don't know why you keep calling this idiot a Republican. She's an idiot. She's an idiot then, she's an idiot now, and she's going to be an idiot in time to come. Now we see Pompeo, or whatever name, blasts conservatives who just railed on social media. Former Secretary Mike Pompeo, you know what I'm saying, on Thursday blasted the conservatives who just railed on social media instead of fighting for their cause following disappointment election results for the GOP. Okay, we see that. Yeah, we see Pompeo was saying that. You know what I'm saying? He was disappointed in the election result, that jumping on the GOP, jumping on the conservatives who just railed on social media instead of fighting for fighting for their cause following the disappointment of the election. But the conservatives are elected we see conservatives are elected when we deliver, not when we just rail on social media, who wrote Pompeo, who served as Secretary of State and the Director of Central Intelligence under the President Donald J. Trump, and he's right. He's right. Social media is for like people like me, not for the conservatives, elected officials or elected lawmakers to be elected, and then you're just railing on social media. Social media is a broad audience, we understand that. But we have to have you on places where the world can see you on a world scale, such as many of these newscasts, which are controlled by the demon Democrats and the deep state and these big ass the big techs and Luciferian people all in the same group. They ain't fooling me. So Mr. Pompeo gotta understand that sometimes, if the media, social media was put into its right contents, then it would do the job it's supposed to do, but not under the control of these big techs and these banana boat fruit bowls that we see going on. It's not doing any good. But we do need to see more performance coming up in reaching the people from the Republican Party. This is where you got to put boots on the ground. It's not over yet. It's long from over. Even when it comes to 2024, it's long from over. The 2024 presidential election doesn't stop any goddamn thing. So let's get that straight. Because the people seem to have only one idea in their brains, is to follow the demon Democrats to hell. They don't seem too concerned in saving the United States as a whole, as if they have a vendetta against the United States, along with the demon Democrats who claim to be the most righteous and most supreme leader of the United States, and nobody else can get in, and the Republicans is always a losing ticket. I guess why? Because black people created it. Let's get real here, people. Why is you a demon Democrat being convinced by Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson, and many other of our civil rights so-called leaders that's supposed to be leading in our community, talking about a civil rights leader, yeah, right, and convincing the people into demon democratical leadership who are slave masters. Their ancestors enslaved your people and created a KKK and still killing your people today. So I don't understand how in the world that you see any clarification in a demon democratical candidate or party as doing any good at all. Because if you're black, what the fuck is you doing over there? If you're black, why are you a demon Democrat? Second of all, if you're black, why is your God white? This is not a racist, anti-Semitic statement. This is a statement of reality. But you see, many wants to have control of every single thing, news, media. They want to have control of YouTube. They want to have control of everything. So when you say something, they could easily blackball you from social media. That's number one. Can't stop you from talking to one another in the streets and passing the word from one to another, because we need to get back to that, because the Democrat seems to not respect the fact that we need the social media to reach across broad spectrums of the world in order for us to all reach each other at the same time, which is very important and critical and a very good invention as we see. But if it's controlled by these evil beasts, how the hell can we get true to the things we need to do and so forth? So just blaming the conservatives for using social media is not a good thing in one way, but it's true in another. So I agree with Mr. Pompeo. We need to put the boots on the ground, and you need to get out there and reach the people, get off your fat ass, and get to moving. That's not a statement of calling somebody fat, because a lot of them aren't fat. But, but we're not talking about fat people. We're talking about your lazy behind plumped on that seat. Get out to the people and start campaigning now, and it doesn't stop just with the midterms. Let's get it moving. Trump claims without evidence he sent federal agents to keep DeSantis' elections from being stolen in 2018. Well, without evidence, that may be true. You know what I mean? Herschel Walker slams Stacey Abrams. Only in America would people vote for someone who bashes the country. Georgia, Republican Senator hopeful Herschel Walker slammed Stacey Abrams Tuesday, telling the Brain Kill Meat show that only in America would people vote for someone who's bashing the country. Herschel Walker reacts to the demon Democratic gubernatorial candidate claiming that 107 sheriffs want to be able to take back black people, to take want to be able to take black people off the streets during the final Georgia gubernatorial debate. Imagine that. I really hope that they ain't doing that because, see, like I said, it's people still. So when they come into government, it doesn't matter whether they wear the uniform or not. We know the history of many of those sheriff department and the things that they've done, even going back many years. But we also know that when people get in there, they're gonna bring people bullshit with them. Unless you're gonna have like Elon Musk with robots, but then they might program bullshit in them too. So it still come out to the same day. Don't get it together, you're gonna be in some shit, or not you, but your children. And then you say you care about your grandkids. Yeah, but you care when you let all this shit and you vote the Demon Democrat and no other party exists but the Demon Democrat. And the Republicans is just a bunch of dummies and they fucking running with Trump and they just like, but not the Demon Democrat. And the Demon Democrat never been created no KKK, no Mr. Ferry, no racist shit. They never enslaved people. Jim Crow was a Democrat. The Confederates with the Demon Democrat. There was Demon Democrat. They endorsed slavery and enslaved and whipped and beaten, chained and killed and murdered, savage and cut black people apart like an animal, like original people that they stole everything from, just like what we have in Egypt going on today with those two different type of races and everybody up and doing the mix again, all the fruits and the juices of our ancestors, saying creation. You full of shit then, you full of shit now, and you probably gonna be full of shit in the future. You don't get it together. Nobody trying to hear nothing from no Stacey Abrams. She need to go sit herself down and have a sound. You know what I'm saying? We see Mary Trump warns much worse things will happen if Trump indictment decision not made before the 20th. Why, Mary? Because he cut you off, and then say he don't really probably deal with your crazy because you look crazy as hell, even though you're Trump's sister or whatever you call yourself, but she look like she's gone. I don't know who shall shock the woman, but she looks shell shocked. Look at her eyes. Oh my God. And then she's making these type of accusational statements talking about what will happen if Trump indictment decision not made before the 2024 election announcement, before he announced it for 2024 that he will be running. This is coming from Oliver O'Connor 2 days ago, remember? It's a late edition, so that could be for later. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Well, we see Mary Trump, former President Donald J. Trump, his niece, has warned that the clock is ticking like her brain, you know what I'm saying, for the Department of Justice and Attorney Attorney General Merrick Garland, a crook from the old book, to decide on whether to indict her uncle now that the midterm elections are over. He wants to rush. Mary, go sit down and have a fairy because they got your brains gone like a beautiful song. But we see now my man Macar, you know what I'm saying, or whatever his name is, Macar, talk show host with the looking kind of bright and more up to himself now. You know what I'm saying? He makes a grim prediction about Trump in 2024. The comedian and talk show host, let's say it again, the comedian and talk show host, not a politician, not a doctor, not a lawyer, comedian talk show host, you know what I'm saying, Bill Maher sits down with CNN, Fried or whatever, Zachariah,